as a win.
At home, no, on the road against Michigan State is getting late. I have a win.
I also have a win.
At home against Indiana, I have as a loss.
I have that as a win.
And on the road against Oregon, I have as a loss.
I have that as a loss.
So I have Washington going 7-5, 4-5, taking the under 7.5 by the hook.
I have Washington going 11-1, 8-1 in conference play.
God, hey man, this is this year's Wisconsin for you for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
This is this year's Wisconsin for you. Respect. But we're gonna move on to the last team in the Big Ten, and I ain't gonna spend too much time on them, and that is Wisconsin. And I heard somebody last year say that Wisconsin can't escape the allegations of being a product of being in the Big Ten West. And they really can't escape those allegations. Last year, Wisconsin was 4-8, 2-7. They really have not thrived since the Big Ten has broken away from divisions. Wisconsin at one point was making Big Ten championships, but I will say the talent has been different too, because at that time they had Jonathan Taylor at one point, Melvin Gordon at one point. Like, they had some talent. Yeah, TJ Watt, JJ Watt. They had talent, but they can't escape them allegations. And I don't want to give away too much. I don't think they really escaped them allegations this year either. But I do think they finally upgraded at quarterback. I ain't gonna lie. It was 2 or 3 years ago. I was with Tanner Mordecai at quarterback, and he disappointed me. Also, I think Wisconsin has Luke Fickell, correct? Or is
correct,
that? Yeah, Luke Fickell. He's on the hot seat.
Mm-hmm.
Came from Cincinnati. Thought he was going to bring success to Wisconsin, and he has not. And if he don't turn it around this year, he could be gone. I'm not going to say whether I think he's gone or not, but I will say he is on the hot seat. Colton Joseph, who I think is projected to be the quarterback, brings a extra dynamic as a runner at quarterback. My Lord, is he tough to bring down. I know we're not talking about transfers, but I just want to throw this out there. He had over 1,000 rushing yards at quarterback last year at Old Dominion. So just let you know the extra dimension that he brings. Hopefully that could, for Luke Fickell's sake, hopefully that brings wins at Wisconsin. But they lose a lot. They only returned 4 starters from last year, and 3 of them are from offense, 2 of them from the O-line, and only 1 from the defense. Which, again, like we said in the Purdue segment, when you're not winning games, you're going to see a lot of turnovers to try to get the right guys in the building. They do have a DC, full-time DC now, and that is Mike Tressel. He is related to Jim Tressel. I forgot what he said in relation, but he is related. I looked it up because I was interested when I seen that. So Wisconsin, very interesting program this year. What do you got to say about Wisconsin, Trent?
You touched on a lot of it. I agree. Fickell's probably on the hot seat. He's been there for 4 seasons. He's 4 games under 500.
I'm surprised it's just 4.
Yeah, I believe. Actually, you're right. Now that I say it out loud, I thought maybe I read that wrong.
It's only as a head coach of Wisconsin, 17.
Yeah, 17-21. Yeah. So their offense was in the bottom of every statistical category last season.
I got some bad numbers. Don't you worry.
They can't. They did not score the football. I think I said it on last year's show. I will be. I'm kind of baffled as to why Luke Fickell hasn't figured out how to make it work at Wisconsin. When he left Cincinnati, I thought he was going there to, potentially compete for national championships. To your point, they were in Big Ten championships for a number of years. So Colton Joseph, he has the keys if he's the starting quarterback, which we both assume he will be. Another team that has a boatload of transfers, so hard to say what the on-field product's going to look like. In today's college football, that's maybe not the worst thing in the world, having an on-board of transfers, but definitely got to figure it out and stack some wins if Luke Fickell wants to remain at Wisconsin, to your point.
Yeah, I'm looking right now. He won a bowl game his first year when he took over as the coach, which was his only win. He was 1-0. Then his first year, he went 7-6 and made the Reliant Quest Bowl where he lost. And the last 2 years after that were both under 500, 5-7, and then 4-8. So Gotta figure it out. If he has another under 500 year, pretty sure he's good as gone. We've seen the most coaches turnover this season, and trust me, my hand hurts from writing up all those coaching grades. But I don't think teams are gun ho or gun shy and letting coaches go. And Luke Fickell might be one of them. Now, I will say this: I don't know if Matt Rule and they may be up for this one, even though it'll be within the same conference. I don't know about that one, but. To go back to your question earlier, but I don't even know who Wisconsin would go after. That'd be kind of crazy. But nonetheless, the only non-O-line offensive returning guy for Wisconsin is Chris Brooks, a receiver who had 11 catches and 124 yards. Not a lot of passing at Wisconsin last year, so I don't think this led Wisconsin in receiving. I think the tight end led them in receiving, to be honest, but he might have led receivers in receiving. And then Matthew Young is the defensive back on the defensive end that returns 49 total tackles, 30 solos. They lost Billy Edwards Jr. to UNC, got hurt in the year, 7-16, 43.8% completion percentage and 113 yards. Another quarterback that they lost was I should have wrote him back to back, but I didn't. Hunter Simmons went 62 at 118, 52.5 completion percentage, 664 yards, 2 touchdowns to 7 interceptions. 2 and 7 is a nasty ratio. Lance Mason, a tight end, he had 30 catches, 398 yards, and 4 touchdowns on the Seahawks. Vinny Anthony, the second receiver, 31 catches, 391 yards, and a touchdown with the Falcons. Tret Kikahona, receiver, transferred to UNC as well. 26 catches, 211 yards, so he did not lead receivers in receiving. Vinny Anthony, the second did. Christian Allegro, linebacker, on transfer to Ohio State. 49 total tackles, 32 solos, 4 sacks, and a pass breakup. Austin Brown, safety to the Colts. 40 total tackles, 27 solos, and 3 pass breakups. De'Ani Hill, cornerback, 39 total tackles, 30 solos. Daryl Peterson III, linebacker, 33 total tackles, 21 solos, 6.5 sacks, 3 pass breakups, and a forced fumble to the Rams. Mason Riger, defensive end to the Dolphins, 32 total tackles, 18 solos, 5 sacks, and a pass breakup. Ricardo Hallman, cornerback, 27 total tackles, 24 solos, 4 pass breakups, and 2 picks. Ben Barton, D lineman, 22 total tackles, 12 solos, a sack, and a pass breakup to the Giants. And Brandon Lane Jr., a D lineman with 11 total tackles, 5 solos, a sack, and a pass breakup. 65th in overall recruiting class, 38th in transfers with 33 total transfers. Now, some guys that I wrote down, obviously Colton Joseph, quarterback from Old Dominion, 173 at 290, 59.7% completion percentage, 2,624 yards, 21 touchdowns to 10 picks, 158 carries, 1,007 yards, and 13 more touchdowns on the ground. Abu Sama, the third running back from Iowa State, 140 carries, 732 yards, 5.2 a carry, and 5 touchdowns. Junior Poyser, D lineman from Buffalo, 31 total tackles, 14 solos, 5.5 sacks, and a forced fumble. Marvin Burks Jr., safety, Mizzou, 49 total tackles, 27 solos, pass breakup, interception, forced fumble, and a fumble recovery. Javon Robinson, a cornerback from Arizona State, 42 total tackles, 34 solos, 8 pass breakups, and a fumble recovery. And Jacob Harris, tight end from Bowling Green, 19 catches, 182 yards, and 5 touchdowns. Any transfers you want to talk about, Trent?
Big loss is going to be the guard Joe Bruner. Moved over to Ohio State. They'll be blocking for Sayan and Bo. Good signing. Marvin Burks Jr., safety from Missouri, will be a good playmaker on the defensive side of the ball, shoring up that secondary, who got cooked a lot last season.
All right, so with that being said, got some numbers for y'all, and then we'll get into the schedule. 133rd in total offense. Again, that's out of 134 schools. 24th in total defense. 133rd in scoring offense. 39th in scoring defense. 130th in passing. 62nd in pass defense. 115th in rushing. 15th in rush defense. 134th in first downs. Tied 111th in red zone offense and 124th on third down percentage on offense. Terrible offensive year for Wisconsin last year. Surprised that the OC is still there, but hey, that's not my business. Schedule. First game of the year at Lambeau Field. They play Notre Dame. I have as a loss.
I also have that as a loss.
Then Western Illinois, the Leathernecks. I have as a win.
I also have it as a win.
Then at home against Eastern Michigan, I have as a win.
I have that as a win.
First Big Ten game on the road against Penn State, I have as a loss.
I also have that as a loss.
Then at home against Michigan State, I have as a loss.
I have that as a win.
Then on the road against UCLA, I have as a loss.
I have that as a loss.
At home against USC, I have as a loss.
I have that as a loss.
On the road against Iowa, I have as a loss.
I have that as a win.
At home against Rutgers, I have as a win.
I also have that as a win.
And on the road against Maryland, I have as a win.
I have that as a loss.
On the road against Purdue, I have as a win.
I have that as a win.
And finally, at home against Minnesota, I have as a loss.
I also have that as a loss.
So I have Wisconsin going 5-7, 3-6, taking the under 6.5 win total.
I have them going 6-6, so still taking the under, and 4-5 in Big Ten play.
Yeah, with my prediction, Luke Fickle, you might be done, son. Shout out to my boy Tomo. But with that being said, that is all 18 teams. We have our Big Ten wrap up. I'm gonna go and then I'm gonna mute myself and I'm gonna call Griffey after I go. Or I'm gonna text him first because it is late. But I'm gonna try to see if I can get his Big Ten championship and his Big Ten Players of the Year. My standings go as this: Indiana first at 12-0, 9-0. Ohio State second at 10-2, 8-1. Oregon third at 10-2, 7-2. Penn State fourth at 10-2, 7-2. Michigan fifth at 9-3, 6-3. Bad handwriting. USC at 6 with 9-3, 6-3. UCLA 7th at 8-4, 5-4. Illinois 8th at 8-4, 5-4. Minnesota 9th at 8-4, 5-4. Iowa 10th at 8-4, 5-4. 11th Nebraska 6-6, 4-5. 12th Washington 7-5, 4-5. 13th Michigan State 6-6, 4-5. 14th Wisconsin 5-7, 3-6. 15th Purdue 2-10, 1-8. 16th Maryland 4-8, 1-8. 17th Rutgers 3-9, 1-8. And last is Northwestern at 3-9, 0-9. Tell me your standings if you have them. If not, we can move on to our Big Ten championship game.
No, I have them. So it's going to be hard to say what my championship. I have a couple of ties, so I'm just going to make the tiebreaker scenarios in my head. But first place, I have Ohio State 11-1, 9-0. Second place, I'm going to have them playing Washington in the Big Ten championship, but I have a three-way tie for second between Oregon, Penn State, and Washington, all at 11.